Yeah.
Is that allowed?
Well, we got the draft lottery coming up here soon, as well as Adam Urachek going to the AHL, the Dylan Holloway extension taking place, and much more will be talked about on this live episode of the STL Empire podcast.
Uh, I
Nico, how we
see.
doing?
Oh, good. Yeah. Honestly, I was confused because I was like, I thought we were gonna let the timer go down. I was just
Yeah,
shaking
I
this thing on my
accidentally clicked the
nose.
wrong thing. We were gonna let it go, um, but I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk. Um,
Yeah, that's
let me
funny.
go ahead and let me go ahead and share this to the Instagram. Again, hope all is well with everyone. Hope you guys are excited as I am for
Our 3% chance.
for this 3% chance of winning the lottery.
Woo! Here, here, everybody. Here's a kitty. Meow, meow,
Yeah, Nico
meow.
got another cat. How
I did.
exciting!
My other guy is in the corner over there. He's loafed up. But yeah, hey, this is always cool. This is our second time doing a live stream, and it's
Yeah.
always a blast as my little kitty is being a little shit. But um, yeah, it's fun. It's cool. I think how many viewers do we have live last time? A couple, a few,
Yeah, couple.
couple
We're still
commenting
getting
too.
in the hang of this, so
No, it's cool. It's still fun. I think it's cool just seeing like one or two people hop in and a few people make comments, even if they are our buddies. So I think it's
absolutely.
yeah, I think it's fun. Um, Keeps it fresh. The last year, Ben and I have been we've been grinding. Ben's been grinding.
Nah, it's a team effort over here.
Kind of,
It really
yeah. I've
is.
I've done one post maybe this off season, which
Well,
was
it's not really
today.
been much of an off season so
No,
far.
I know, I know, I know, I know. I actually I'd love to keep track of what the Thunderbirds are doing. Especially, do you know
Absolutely.
if Yurchek playing tonight or no? Have you heard anything of
Um,
it?
I don't know. See, as much as as big of a Blues fan as I am, I don't
How?
really keep up with the Thunderbirds, so I can't really say um,
How?
much about whether I know if Juracek is playing tonight. Um, but with that being said, I would assume he'd be playing sometime soon, if not tonight, tomorrow night, or whenever they play next.
It would be Thursday. So Thursday night they play. So it's a
Okay.
best of five. Series tied 1-1.
Okay.
They play the night. And the next game would be Thursday. So if it's not tonight, it would be Thursday. But that's just um, that's gonna be a huge addition. That's gonna be something we go over. But um,
Absolutely. Or you can go ahead and talk about it now if you'd like
okay,
to.
if you want me to, 55 games played. I believe it was 59 points in the OHL for the Brantford Bulldogs. Was he OHL Defenseman of the Year? Was that?
I believe so. If not,
He was
should
for
have been.
yeah, he was up there. And then in playoffs, 15 games played, 22 points. So the guy was a machine this year. I think he had 14 goals in the regular season too as a defenseman on the blue line. So he is Juracek. I'm super excited to see him come play in North America. He signed his entry level contract, I think,
Yeah.
like 2 years ago. I think or maybe a year ago.
Mhm.
But I'm excited for him to join forces because that's like the AHL. Our AHL team is like that's our prospect pool right there. Like that's like I mean you have Lindstein, you have Stenberg playing there. I mean you're gonna have Juracek playing there too. Simone Robertson.
Got a
Um,
bunch of guys down there. Colin Ralph.
yeah,
What else we got
it's
down
cool.
there?
It's cool to see these guys. You know they're making a good run and they're playing really well. And they do have some good talent. Like I mean I know Dylan Dubé is he's controversial, but I mean you can't make it seem like that's not a a solid addition to that team play wise. And then same with they traded for Julian Gauthier, who's a speed demon, and he's making his rounds. And then they signed what Justin Bordello? How do you say his
They
name?
traded for Bordello. They traded.
Traded for Bordello.
I think he was a part of the Nick Bukestad trade with New Jersey,
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I
and
forget
they
we even
signed
had
it. They signed
Bukestad.
Trudeau, Felix Trudeau from the NCAA. Played for Sacred Heart University. 48 points in 39 total games played.
Yeah, I think it's I really do want to watch just because it's just like we have all our young guys there. Lindstein, who played NHL, Stenberg, who played in the NHL. Now Juracek. I want to see how he does compared to those guys, just because they've gotten their NHL time, and I bet you that they're gonna say like if he's ready, they're gonna tell you if he's ready or not. And I think Juracek,
Absolutely.
he's gonna. I think he might crack roster next year. I hope so. He's good. He's
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. Yeah, he's a good young defenseman, and nonetheless, knock on wood here, he's been injury free after having that horrific injury that honestly left him outside of the top 10. So, good young player. Hopefully, I mean this in the nicest way possible. Hopefully, he's not like his brother, David.
Ooh,
um,
touchy subject.
but I mean, maybe for Columbus fans or Wild fans, but I don't know. I feel good about David Juracek, or not David Juracek, Adam
Adam.
Juracek over here. Very good young player. I'm excited to see how he does in his appearance with the Thunderbirds, especially in a big situation. He just got done playing for his OHL team and obviously lost. Still another player or a prospect that is in the playoffs right now. I think plays in Game 7 tonight is Carbonneau. Justin
I
Carbonneau
was
plays
just
Game
gonna
7
ask
tonight.
if Carbonneau's series is over yet, because he scored a 0.5 seconds left to force Game 7 the other day. What a goal! I mean, that's a young piece that I'm personally really excited for. The kid can score. I mean, I know the Q is not like it's not like the craziest league, but I mean, still the fact like this kid is I just feel like is always on the highlight reel, like in some way, shape, or form, and that typically I feel like that tends to translate as you progress. So I have high hopes for Carbonell. I mean, it's just like all the noise is good around him, and I'm excited. He's gonna be a fun one. He's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, good young physical forward, not afraid to, use his size and use his body to his advantage. Uh, but yeah, super excited to see him. I do want to get your thoughts on this, as if he makes the roster next year with the change of play next year, making it an 84 game season. Do you think that the Blues get enough of a sample size in the preseason to give him an opportunity for the regular season?
I don't think so yet. We might see him play his 9 games in the NHL next season, but I don't think that they're going to give him a full roster spot because there's such few spots and a lot of players right now. That's just what it's looking like right now. I mean, come when the draft comes around, maybe we send a few guys out. Maybe we make room. Maybe we commit to like this whole rebuild, retool thing. Maybe they kind of they see Carbonell as this guy. Um, I feel like there's so many question marks right now, like involving the Blues, like and their offensive like lineup, just because they're so on and off. It's really inconsistent with who shows up and who doesn't. But at least I could confidently say I feel like we have a pretty consistent first line with Holloway, Thomas, and Jimmy. And luckily, Thomas is playing in that World Cup thing for whatever, I don't know what it is, but that tournament, that Nations tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And he's playing for Team Canada, so he's playing hockey in the off season, competitive hockey in the off season, which is good. I know Ben and I have talked about and questioned Robert Thomas's off season routines and practices, and just the way he gets ready. It's just because he always has a slow start and then steps it up when the time is right. So hopefully, this is the start of something where it's like, okay, he's locking in, but lots, not a lot of spots, a lot of players. I I hope he can. I think the potential is there, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Not yet. Not yet.
I agree, and especially with Stenberg barely cracking the lineup, and you still have guys like Jonathan Drew and Pavel Buchnevich who are still in your bottom six that have yet to really um, either become a top six forward or gain any trade interest. It's going to be really hard for him. But speaking of offense commitment, you also mentioned his name in the first line talk, Dylan Holloway. Let's go ahead and jump into the Dylan Holloway extension. It was a 5-year deal for about $7.75 million AAV. What are your thoughts, original thoughts on it?
Phenomenal. I mean, you have him for 5 years locked up. And if you notice that, I mean, for expiring contracts, you have Buchnevich, Thomas, Holloway, Kyrou expiring all the same year. So, I mean, Holloway getting that extension is huge. I think it solidifies Thomas and Holloway together. That's a good duo. And I think they work really well together, and hopefully they can continue to build on it at a good price point too. Just keep in mind, salary cap is still moving up. NHL's making a lot of money. I mean, they're doing all the right things right now. The game is growing, and honestly, what the NHL has done in different areas have been phenomenal. Look at Utah. Moving over to Utah, as much as it pains me to see it. I mean, they're doing great in Utah, and I think they should have beat the Vegas Golden Knights. They just couldn't finish a game. And then same with Vegas. Like Vegas is somewhat new, and Vegas has been really good. And I feel like Seattle is a good sports town too. So they've been hitting these areas that are doing really well. And I think, especially with this playoffs too, a lot of these teams are super likable. So there's a bunch of money being generated in the National Hockey League. So that salary cap is just going to continue to rise, and these players are going to get paid more money. And luckily, Doug Armstrong at the time and company have been really well at, just saying like, hey, listen, Robert Thomas is the line, which is fair because he's the best player on our team. So it's just like, why would we pay anyone more than Robert Thomas? Like that's the leverage they have. It's like they could ask this player, like they asked Dylan Holloway, like, are you better than Robert Thomas? No. Okay. That's my thoughts at least.
Yeah. Well, there is one thing to note when it comes to this contract. It is very much front loaded. First year is going to be a $10 million cap hit. Then it goes down to 9 million, 7.5, 6.25, and then 6 flat. So it kind of plays out into the Blues' favor if you think about it when he's reaching his prime years, similar to what the Pavel Buchnevich deal is. It would be a deal where he gets paid more during his prime years. Granted, this is not to say that Dylan Holloway is a Pavel Buchnevich type player, because Pavel Buchnevich, there was some argument to him about having that kind of contract anyways. But I don't think there's any argument for Dylan's contract here. But anyways, very front loaded, a guy that could be a point per game player for sure. Plays with speed, plays with physicality, and has such a good shot. Kind of the guy you want in your lineup. Very, very good player. Do you think that he stays as a first liner, or do you think that that kind of fluctuates as he tries to regain his footing in a full 84 game season now? I guess it is.
Dylan Holloway?
Yeah.
I mean, how can he? Who would step up?
Probably Neighbors.
I don't think Neighbors is. I love Jake Neighbors. I just don't think I don't think that play style works with Robert Thomas too much. I think what they have, based off what we've seen so far, because Robert Thomas isn't afraid to go in the corners. He's got a really good stick on him. Also, a really smart player, can generate a lot of plays, but it's just nice because he could also. It's just Dylan Holloway complements him really well because he also has a lot of speed, and he's not afraid to get in the corners, but he also has a lot of skill, which helps out a lot. And the thing with Neighbors is, I think he favors a little bit more of that Braden Shen hockey, I guess, of really grinding corners and playing a slow game. But Dylan Holloway can match Thomas's speed and how quickly he could generate plays and get in the open ice and everything. Same with Jimmy Snuggerud. Jimmy Snuggerud is really good at finding the open areas, and luckily for him, it's really not hard to score goals when you're playing with Robert Thomas and Holloway. Just because you need to find yourself in a good spot. But the good thing about Snuggy is his shot is unreal, and he's also a good playmaker too. I mean, I think that helps that he's playing with one of the best playmakers in the league. But I think he does stay first line. The only person I could see to replace Dylan Holloway on first line is Jordan Kyrou. But I don't know with him right now. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds.
Yeah, there's no telling what's going to happen. I think it was kept pretty secretive as far as Kyrou being nearly traded for the 7th overall pick last year with Seattle. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say about Jordan Kyrou's future as a St. Louis Blue. I think we can all confidently say that there is a good chance that he is dealt this offseason. I don't really know if that's a 100% thing, but I think there's a good chance. I think that there's also a good chance a guy like Jordan Binnington is gone. But that's a story for another day. We're talking about trades and deals as we approach the 7 o'clock hour here over in Eastern time, 6 o'clock over in Central. For you, I guess it would be 4 o'clock. But as we approach that, there's one last thing I wanted to talk about. Are you good? It kind of like stopped. Your video.
How'd you go
recording
silent,
stopped.
Ben? I can't hear you.
Oh, there it goes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. But one thing I did want to ask is, what do you think about the rumors of Brady Tkachuk to St. Louis, let alone being let out of Ottawa?
I think it's in the realm of possibility, and we talked about this a little bit. Ben and I did a podcast episode doing a mock draft, and unfortunately, my mic was not on, so that was rough. That was rough, and we touched about that a little bit, and I know Ben, your stance changed a wee bit on it. I think Brady Tkachuk, I don't see a world where he does get moved. I don't think he wants to leave Ottawa. I mean, the noise is there, and I think the noise is real. At the end of the day, I don't think it happens, but I mean, I can tell you the Blues are probably they're gonna poke. They're gonna poke a little bit. They're gonna see what's up. I mean, Brady's a leader. I mean, the Blues are missing a leader, a real leader right now. I mean, I think the next best guy who leads by play and example and doing a lot of the right things and putting his body on the line is Jake Neighbors. I've been a Neighbors captain guy for a while. He's just really young. It's going to be tough. But yeah, I think the Blues are going to poke around a little bit. I think there's going to be a good amount of teams that poke around. I mean, Tkachuk is a good player. He didn't do anything in playoffs, but I mean, it's just with all the noise that went around between him and Ullmark, and you play the Carolina Hurricanes, and I just feel like everyone was kind of just off a little bit. So, yeah, I do think he gets. I don't think he gets moved. I don't know where he would go if it would be. I would hope St. Louis is on the radar, but I hope it's not too much.
Yeah. Realistically, it probably, if I'm Ottawa, it probably starts with Robert Thomas. But granted, Brady Tkachuk and Robert Thomas both have a no move clause, and both would probably say, no, I don't want to waive it because I want to play with the other. So in that situation, it would likely be Brady coming over to St. Louis and Robert Thomas going over to Ottawa, because I don't really know what Ottawa has as far as, a potential prospect pool. And I don't know if that's something the Blues want to even explore as of right now, seeing how good Robert Thomas was at the end of the 25-26 season. But yeah, I tend to agree that it's going to be tough for Ottawa to move, or not tough for them to move him, but more so, I don't know who he would go to. I'm kind of on the fence about him being a St. Louis Blue, not because I don't like him. He's such a dog of a player, as you mentioned, captain-like abilities with him. But the issue is you could trade Kyrou, but it's probably going to cost you also the 15th overall pick, as well as probably one of your AHL defensemen, such as like a Quentin Burns or a Colin Ralph, who you just called up earlier in the year, or a who else is there? I'm like totally blanking. And also maybe someone else. I saw a mock trade for him on Twitter the other day, and I commented on it, and I was like, I don't really think that's a reasonable trade if you're the St. Louis Blues. Shout out to Art Lippo on Twitter. His trade package was Kyrou, Stenberg, and pick your AHL defenseman and swap picks for Detroit's 32nd. Detroit's pick, which is the 15th, and Ottawa's 32nd overall pick, which was because of the whole Evgeny Dadonov situation. So I don't think Stenberg would be included in that deal. I think that's someone that the Blues are very much like. He's one of the more recent first-round picks, and I don't think they would go as far as to trade one of their younger players to get someone like Brady and kind of – I hate to use the term like screw up this retool because you don't know what Otto Stenberg is yet. Like you know that he is a very smart player, but you don't know what he is at the NHL level yet. And with him being a first-round pick, I would very much hold on to him until you know, hey, this guy doesn't fit in our plans. He can't become that number 3 center or throw out Dalibor Dvorsky in that scenario. Hey, if he can't become the player that we want him to be, sorry, you're gone. So that's where I stand on that. What do you think about the mock trade? And if you need to, I can repeat it to you.
I think it's an okay mock trade. I would prefer they keep Stenberg, but I think we do have a lot of good pieces that I think top 6 wise can replace Stenberg and Kyrou. Like Brady's going to come in. As for anyone who's saying Ottawa, Brady for Thomas, no, that's not going to happen. Thomas is a better. I think personally, this might be me being really biased, and I feel like a lot of people around the league will agree. Thomas is a better player than Brady. And Thomas is a center. Brady is a wing. It just in my mind, if it is a 1-for-1, that like absolutely we need to get more because that makes no sense for us. We're weak center wise right now. If we lose Robert Thomas, I mean, next guy up is Dvorsky, and it's just like, what is that? It's just like, no. I mean, it's gonna have to be like Thomas for Timmy Stew, which is not gonna happen.
That would never ever happen.
It would never ever happen.
He's such a good
Well, that's
hockey
just what I'm
player.
saying. It's just like any Ottawa fan or whoever in the league is just saying, oh, it's got to be Robert Thomas. It's like, no. No, you're only saying that because there was hype around Robert Thomas potentially being traded. And they may have like talked about it, but it also could have been one of those things where rumors get out to light a fire under his ass, which we talked about. Offer sheet Jason Robertson. Oh, God, that'd be sick.
You see this one. Go ahead and show it here. Trade Kyrou. Yeah.
To Toronto for Nicholas Robertson and some picks. Then send the offer sheet. So get both Robertson brothers.
That would be interesting.
That would be really dope. And I'd be totally okay with offer sheeting Jason Robertson. I mean, he's sick. Like, he's really good. Nick Robertson's not bad either. Nick Robertson's not too bad either. The only problem, he's kind of like a Jonathan Drouin, like a third line winger with a lot of skill. But like, we would need to build like a third line to make that make sense, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And
with
I feel
that,
like
it's
anyone
like,
outside the top, like the first line, is just like.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of just throwing everyone everywhere in that situation. Like, I feel like the first line is good right now.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you were to get, like, a Jason Robertson, then you could talk about throwing down Holloway to the second line if that's even needed. I think Robertson would probably be a good second liner on this team. Not saying that because of his skill. He's by far better than every player on this team, forward-wise. But at the same point in time, it's like, for where he would fit on this team, I think the first line chemistry-wise is too good to where I wouldn't want to mess with that.
Yeah, respect.
And I don't think realistically, like as you mentioned earlier, like besides Robert Thomas, the center depth on this team is just absolutely dog water. So I wonder if they target a center in this draft, someone who is ready to come up soon. When I mean by they, I mean Steen. and also just the rest of the organization. But it'll be interesting to see what happens as we approach the 5 minute mark left, or 5 minutes left, before we go ahead and pop the draft on the screen here. But I
Can I
wonder
give a
what.
shout out really quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Shout out Cold Stone Creamery for making bomb ice cream. Like I've been on a sugar train lately, man. And last night I went to Cold Stone and I got
Mhm.
don't you want some? And oh my god, was that peak, bro. It's so good. It just felt so good to polish it off too. It's just like, oh my god, man. It just makes me happy. And like it makes me want to use Ben's lotion that's to the right of him right now.
It's gone. I told you, bro.
Get it back.
I don't even think there's a Cold Stone near me. Yeah, the closest one is 20 miles away.
What do you get for ice cream?
There is this place called Haagen Dazs. Do you know what that is? You have to know what that is.
Oh, what's it called? Spell it.
Haagen Dazs. HAGENDAZS or something like that. It's like a German thing. But
So near me, I'm in Phoenix.
everyone go to Nico's house.
Oh, I
Party in
didn't see
Nico's
this. Any
house.
players in the draft you're interested in taking? This is a that's a Ben question. That's a Ben question because I know he's got a couple.
There are quite a few players, and it really depends on where the St. Louis Blues are picking in this upcoming draft. If you're staying at 11, let me pull up Elite Prospects. And I do want to mention something is that, like, this is their opinion. So I'm not going to say take it with a grain of salt, but also, like, take it with a grain of salt. Because in their latest top 32, oh man, where is it at? I don't know. I can't find it. But I've heard that in their latest top 100 or top 32 prospects heading into this draft, that Keaton Verhoff was number 11. And I don't think that that's a reasonable spot for him. If he's available at number 11, that is by far a steal because I don't remember the last time a 17-year-old played that well in NCAA. So, and especially a defenseman, which the Blues so badly need heading into the future. I mean, you still have Cam Fowler, you have Parayko, Tyler Tucker, who I know you're not a big fan of.
Yeah, he's fun. I like how he throws it down. He reminds me of Bobby Bortz, just a worse Bobby Bortz.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's fun, you know. Let's drop the gloves. It's I have a good time with it.
But if we're talking right now, the St. Louis Blues drafting 11, there's quite a few people I would look out for. One of my favorites, if you want a pure goal scorer, is Adam Novotny. I've showed Nico a couple of videos of this guy's wrister, and he has one of the best shots in the entire draft class. In our mock draft, that unfortunately the audio got taken down, we had the Blues selecting Tynan Lawrence at number 11. And that's a player that if you're the St. Louis Blues, I wasn't too high on him whenever I first did like my prospect rankings personally. But dude's such an absolute dog of a player. Great skill set. Unfortunately for BU, just didn't work out. Much alike the entire team. But yeah, that it honestly just really depends on where the St. Louis Blues are picking. Xavier Villeneuve from the QMJHL has a great offensive ability as a defenseman, something that the Blues could definitely target. That's something that Cam Fowler was to the team in the 24-25 draft. But again, much like just what I just said, it really depends on where we pick.
Picking first. What do you mean?
If we're picking first, I do want to know if you're taking McKenna, Stenberg, anyone else.
All right, next on ESPN it says, "Let's go Blues! Let's go! Go Blues!" Okay. Bomb. I'm gonna go the tankathon really quick. NHL draft. I'm gonna send the lottery. 3, 2, 1. No! San Jose!
For a second, I was like, no way the Blues actually won it, right?
No. Let me sim it again. Let me sim. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Let's read this comment right here from Karthik. I like Caleb Malhotra
9.
and Daxon Rudolph at 11. I absolutely love Caleb Malhotra's game. Absolute dog of a player.
And-
That's someone I unfortunately see going a little bit higher than number 11. Although he's predicted there, I just see him as a player that goes higher. There's so much to like about him. And as far as Daxon Rudolph goes, he's an unbelievable two-way defenseman that could definitely find himself inside the top 10. Another player that I didn't mention that I absolutely love as a potential pick for the St. Louis Blues. We're talking about centers. We love picking our Swedish guys, especially after adding Alexander Steen. What about Vigo Bjork? Vigo Bjork is an absolute dog of a player. Although only 5'10", dude absolutely gets it done. But with that being said, I'm trying to find the draft lottery. If you give me 1 second, bear with me here. Because I did have it up for a minute there. Or I did have it. Are you nervous?
Oh, one of my bosses just texted me.
No, I'm just asking, like, are you nervous about the
About a 3% chance?
yeah.
Oh, no.
No?
No. It's going to hit.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and share our screen. And we'll add it to stage. There we go. All right, Ken. Karthik, let me know if you can see it in the chat. Nico, let me see if you can see it.
Draft Lottery. Live from NHL Network Studios in New Jersey, I'm John Butchercross. 15
Can you see it,
teams, not
Nico?
16, which we'll explain later, have a chance to change their franchise tonight. We'll conduct drawings to determine the first
I can. I think yours is ahead, too.
Upper Deck NHL Draft. Now let's take a look at the big board with how the odds stack up.
Okay, you're also watching on TV too, Karthik. Okay, gotcha. So as we see there, Blues are projected to go 11th, 3% chance to win. Also is a 3.2% chance to get second overall.
The lower a team finished in the standings, the more combinations they get.
I'd also like to see the Flames get first overall. Would be cool.
Has an 18.5% chance to win the lottery.
I like Liam Ruck or Nikita Klepov. I've never heard, I haven't looked into Nikita Klepov, but Liam Ruck I like as well.
Matthew Schaefer.
Hey there. I can't believe it's been a year since the Islanders won the NHL draft lottery and picked me number 1. Fans keep telling me this lottery system is so complicated, but actually, it's very simple. Watch this.
Let's see here.
Hey girls, it's finally here, the draft lottery. I wanted to give you guys a quick lesson so you guys can
Karthik, that's a great point. I really do not want the Blackhawks to get inside of the top 10 or top 3, excuse me.
Into a lottery machine. 4 are drawn, 1 at a time, resulting in a 4-digit combination. Exactly. Before the lottery, combinations are assigned to the teams that didn't make the playoffs. The worse the record, the more combos a team gets.
Yeah. Going back to your point, though, about Nikita Klepov, let me look at him real quick. I don't know exactly where he is ranked as far as a potential draft
Dude,
prospect.
my cats keep playing around. Hey, you two knuckleheads. Jokes. You know what's going on. Boo. Come, quit running away. Come here, cat. Come on.
Love you guys.
Okay. All right.
So,
Problem
for
with
those who
having
are watching
is they're
/
just
listening,
crazy. Come on,
What
you
we do not want to see is we don't want to see the Blues when they say with the 11th overall pick. We do not want to see the Blues pick at 11. We want to see them, as long as they don't say the Blues at 11, that means that they won the lottery.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm gonna get nervous, dude. Getting
Why are you getting
nervous.
nervous?
Like excited nervous.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just so disappointed in these things. I'm gonna keep simming here until we hit.
Finished an unbelievable year at Penn State. Gavin, we've seen you in Medicine Hat. We've seen you in UConn. Tell us
Gavin
what
just
you're up to
looks
and
like
where
he
you
got
are
out
right
of prison.
Probably did for beating that guy.
I was in Mid Hat watching their playoffs there for a little bit. I got to see the boys and skate with them a little bit, and yeah, just in Kelowna.
Here, in the
now
meantime,
training, getting
we'll
ready
go
for
ahead and
whatever's
do
next.
this.
Spring
Oh,
by a 14-point World Junior Championship. You come back to
Jeez,
Penn State.
you
Unbelievable
dingus.
second half. Some adversity along the way. What did you learn this year?
we'll go ahead and stop that screen, and we will do this. Puckpedia recently made their NHL draft lottery simulator, so we'll go ahead and run it. I'll make it to where you can see it. There you go. We'll go
I'm still
ahead
simming
and sim it.
on Tankathon.
So run lottery number 1. It would be the Seattle Kraken. Okay.
Oh, I just had
And
one
then-
where the Detroit pick jumps up 10.
And then number 2 is the Flames, which means the Blues would stay where they are. Flames number 2. Okay. We'll do one more just to see how it works. Or not how it works. The Islanders would win the lottery again. Oh my gosh. That would be bad. And then Rangers. Okay. Okay. You just wish this draft can get rigged and Blues get McKenna and Stenberg.
Imagine. That'd be so sick.
That would be so awesome.
Yes, boo.
Let's go
I'm
ahead
still
and-
sitting here clicking sim, and the Blues have yet to jump.
All right, Sam. Well, before we get started,
Here we go.
Important notes. Fans in Toronto may have heard there are some conditions on their pick. If the Leafs' first-round pick remains in the top 5 after tonight's lottery, Toronto will keep the pick and instead transfer its 2027 or 2028 first-round pick to Boston. If any
Oh,
teams
I just
jump
finally had one of the
ahead
Blues jump to
Toronto,
second. Okay, that's good enough.
drop to 6th or
Can we
7th.
talk about what a trade that is for
Will
the
get
Boston Bruins and
and
Brandon
also
Carlo?
Blues fans.
Yeah,
Their club on the
unreal.
Blues
They make
decks.
playoffs. They have a good year.
Here's
You
why
get
we
bounced by
have 15
Buffalo, but
teams,
this is
not
Buffalo's year.
16
Paulie's
representing
Paulie's
St.
promise. I
Louis
mean,
has
sorry.
taken the choice
Buffalo wins the Stanley Cup.
15
But,
due to the deadline deal that
um,
sent Justin Falk to the Red Wings.
Yeah, no,
All right,
it's
let's get right to the first of
What up,
two
Gary?
games. Commissioner Bettman, great to see
Here
you.
we go.
Great to be with you. Thank you for doing this
Oh,
again.
business is booming. The playoffs have been great. Ratings are through the roof, and this draft
So this will be
lottery
number
going live. We used to
16
do it in a
going
closet
first.
around the corner in front of some of our reporter friends over there, but we brought it live last year. Why?
It's dramatic, it's exciting, it's important, and why not share the moment with our fans?
Absolutely. So can't wait for this.
He
year's
doesn't look
edition.
all
We
that
have,
good,
of
I'm not
course,
gonna
a
lie to you.
table of VIPs to my left here.
Gary.
To help us with
Yeah.
the proceedings, we have our ball
Just an
machine
old
tech,
fart.
Alex DeLuca, South Jersey Pride in the house. Also, Pam Kelleher from Ernst & Young. Pam, please unclip the briefcase with all those ping pong balls in there. That, of course, will determine.
Oh yeah, I
the
forget they do
draft
this in
order
person now.
tonight. Each
Yeah.
team hoping their lucky numbers come up, bring it over
Yeah,
Okay.
because
to the
people got
I
so
do-
upset after
and
the
while
Connor
they do
Bedard
that,
draft.
let's
It's
say
crazy
hello to our
'cause
official
the
timekeeper
Blues
again, NHL
were
Vice President
One
one
off.
number away.
Sweeney, and
Mhm.
also to confirm the
So is
lottery
Vancouver.
results, Deputy
Yeah,
Commissioner
yeah.
Bill Daly. Good
Here's a
evening.
good question
Imagine the Blues had.
Great to see you. So,
from
You got one in
Carter
the
Field. Who you got winning the cup?
Let's go Buffalo!
Go Buffalo!
load up the machine.
Oh, that's
go.
so funny.
Those are the teams hoping that their
I got-
combinations of 4
mm,
come out. And we'll
I got
start with the
Colorado.
machine.
What about you?
1,
Are you talking to me?
2,
Hmm. Yeah.
Who do I got winning the
So while
cup?
we load the rest
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
balls,
The Buffalo Sabres.
Uh,
I'm not kidding. This is their year.
Let us know who you guys have winning the cup in the comments below, as well as who do you guys think is going to be winning the lottery tonight. 16 total teams. Well, there's a cat for you for your enjoyment via Nico.
How many viewers do we have right now? 3?
Yeah, 4 people in right now. What's up, peeps?
Oh! That's
Hope you
high.
guys are having a blessed night.
Why do we have an advertisement as Gary is watching this guy? I want to hear live sound of Gary looking at each one of these balls going.
You know what they're saying? They're saying let's give St. Louis the first overall, since yeah.
My buddy's FaceTiming me. What do you want, Bum? Bro, I'm on YouTube Live right now.
Yeah.
Swear to God, we're on YouTube Live watching the draft.
Well, Karthik, let me know in the comments who you got winning the cup.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're
Thank
like
you
a
for being in
mascot
here,
for a gas
commenting.
station?
Makes the stream much more enjoyable
They're just
for us
they're
to have
just
someone
aligning
else
with
in
the-
here.
And you're a
Um,
word nerd, bird.
Yeah, hopefully your day's been going well, and yeah. Fortunately, no Cardinals baseball tonight. Game was postponed due to inclement weather.
Nope. Okay.
I'm rooting for the Knights or Sabres. Yeah, I mean realistically, I think Colorado wins it, but I would love for Buffalo to win. Like it's so cool seeing Buffalo, succeed after so long of not being able to succeed. So but yeah, so it looks like we'll soon here be seeing Gary Bettman and I don't know who the heck that is picking for lottery, but yeah. Speaking of the Wild and Avalanche, what a high-scoring game! 9-6, unreal high-scoring game. I was not expecting that, but we're rooting for Minnesota there. If Minnesota wins, the faster, the higher the pick the Blues get for the draft.
You'll see the odds change and which teams are eliminated in real time. So the time has come, Mr. Commissioner. Please get our first draw started.
All right.
Alex,
Let's see it.
please
Let's see
release
it.
The balls into the machine.
Yeah. Drop the balls.
And
Ho!
please start the machine.
Start it, Ben Gallen.
And so again, we have
Come
two
on.
drawings tonight. The first
We don't want to
first
see us fall
overall pick,
to
and then
16,
we
by
do
the
it
way.
again for the second overall pick.
Thomas, please start the clock.
So 15 seconds
Okay.
to 0. The balls will mix around into the machine.
You got a cat on your
And as
shoulder, I
each
see.
ball is drawn,
Yeah.
You'll see the odds change next to each team.
The odds change next to each team? Oh my God.
Number 7.
Ball number 1 is a lucky number.
Okay.
7. No one
We
has
jumped.
been eliminated. As you can see, Vancouver actually ticks up a bit to 19.9.
Okay, we jumped to 4.2%.
Thomas, start the clock, please.
Don't forget, the teams under the red line, New Jersey, New York, Columbus, St. Louis, Washington, cannot get to number 1 overall.
Okay.
They can move up 10 big spots, which they would love to do.
Come on.
Draw.
Number 2.
2.
Jump it. The
7
20%.
and the 2. We're halfway there. What happens now?
6.1.
6.1. Okay, they're jumping. Seattle at
Okay, so
18.2.
So we get
Good
15
move for the
overall.
Rangers. Look
We stay at
Seattle.
15.
They haven't had a number 1 pick. They're up to 18% now.
Thomas, start the clock.
I like how we're getting hype over 6%.
Yeah, I know. Better than 3.
We're the same
This is good.
as a Calgary.
So here comes big ball number 3.
Draw.
11.
11.
11. Now what happens?
Oh.
So you see the teams in gray. They are out. Vancouver has shot back up to 27.3% to win the
So-
draw and
This is
retain
rigged, bro.
number 1 overall
So we
pick.
just
The
automatically
Rangers
get
make a
11.
Nice move.
Yeah.
Chicago drops back again. So this is the situation now. There's 8
Dang.
teams remaining.
That sucks.
These 8
That's
teams
all right.
are the ones.
Yeah.
Perhaps Palms getting a bit
I'm curious to
sweaty,
see who wins it, though.
stomachs
Just anyone
a
but
bit nervous.
Chicago.
And here's the numbers
and
they're
Winnipeg.
rooting
Toronto.
for. Vancouver has 3 numbers to root for. 1, 5, and 13. The Rangers are in it. 9 or 14.
Yeah.
The Rangers
Yeah,
Give
it
to
is
New
kinda
York.
lame, I'm not gonna lie.
Chicago, Calgary, Toronto hanging on. Seattle, Winnipeg, and San Jose still
Dang
has a chance.
That's a little
Let the
disappointing.
drama build for a moment. After a very
We knew we
short
weren't going to
break,
win.
We'll find out who gets the first pick in the 2026 draft.
Okay, well, while there's an ad
Oh my
going, we'll go ahead
god.
and talk a little here.
Stupid advertisements.
Who do you want to win the lottery at this point, Tom? We have 9 and up, which
Toronto.
means
Go Leafs, go. Go Leafs, go.
if you're a Bruins fan, you don't want to see them win at all. It's
Yeah,
got to go to Vancouver, right? Like, they have such a
They're
good chance of
cursed.
winning it right now.
So cursed.
But it still doesn't mean the Blues can't go up and trade for a higher overall pick. You know what I mean?
They're not gonna. I just called Steen.
Or does this mean it's only for the first overall, not the second overall?
You know what? I don't know. I really hope it. I hope we have a chance for second. That'd be cool. That'd be great. That'd be phenomenal.
Because I haven't seen
Yeah, I think
Jeremy
the
Rutherford.
second overall is still on the table. So we'll do this one for first, and I think it'll go second.
I just saw someone tweet out Austin Matthews would love to be a St. Louis Blue. That's funny.
Come on, Poppy. Come home to St. Louis.
But yeah, I'm not seeing anywhere, like, I haven't seen Rutherford or the Franks post out anything as far as the Blues not being able to go up to number 2. So there's still a possibility for that, as well as them to get number 3, except to get number 3 is such a slight chance. Let's go ahead and turn on the audio back.
Overall pick. In 3 of the last 5 draft lotteries, the team with the number 1 position.
I love how
Oh,
this is a
Florida's
team.
out. I didn't even know Florida was out. Wow.
Oh yeah.
So no lottery for Florida here.
What if it's number 3? San Jose gets it.
Yeah. Yeah, they would
That'd
automatically
be
win.
crazy.
So if you're Vancouver, you want to see 1, 6, and 1, 5, and 13. Excuse me. You do not want to see the number 6. Do not want to see the number 6.
That they want to see pop up through this chute. It comes down to one bouncing ball. Who gets the first pick of the draft?
Draw. 12.
Toronto!
Toronto.
The number 12. The
Oh.
Toronto
Oh
have
my
NHL draft
God!
lottery, and Matt Sundin is smiling.
Oh my God!
One day after the official announcement.
Yeah, okay, so the Blues are out of the
Toronto!
running.
Go Leafs, go! Go Leafs, go! Go
The Blues were
Leafs,
out of the
go!
running for number 1, but they can still get 2.
And as a result of winning the draw, they have the number 1 overall selection.
Wow.
26.
Gavin McKenna
Holy
to
shnikes,
Toronto.
Sam
What are the
Cosentino.
odds? Dude, that had to have been rigged, right?
First day on the job. Pretty good deal for you. We saw it with Matthew Darce last year in the New York Islanders. He gets onto the job. He gets Matthew Schaefer.
What about this? Kim Jong Bettman strikes again.
That's my buddy Matt.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Oh,
I didn't hear
so
the
awesome.
first part there.
We're all
Was there any
Toronto
good luck
fans,
charm that you
anyways.
brought with you to the draw tonight?
This is such a
Well,
true
I'm-
statement
I'm
right here.
Unlucky in this kind of lotteries and all stuff. So, but I'm extremely happy for Toronto Maple Leaf fan base. Of course, it's great to get the first pick and great night, great lottery.
The job was announced.
Of course you're gonna say
Sunday.
great lottery. What is he not
Officially
gonna-
brought to the
Why
draft
wouldn't he say
yesterday. Have you had
Unreal.
any
What a
chance at
doofus.
all to even discuss the draft?
Well,
look
it's
at
some
the
BS.
draft?
Yeah, it is.
sort
It's
of
kinda
I like
stupid,
the,
but
I like
it
Austin
happens.
Matthews and William Nylander. I like Toronto.
Not really. We're just starting.
Root for
John and
Joseph
me,
Wool, guys.
obviously,
Come on.
First day yesterday, and
Here's my
a
thing:
lot
is
of
do they go?
evaluation
They
going
have
on,
to go
but
McKenna, right?
Certainly, this really
Either
gonna
that
help
or
me
unless
looking
you
into
go,
the future and try
unless
to
you
help this
trade
team
back and go like
we're
Carls
looking,
or
for the
or
future for
Verhoff.
Toronto Maple
Yeah,
Leafs,
they'll
so
probably go
great to
McKenna.
get the first pick.
All right,
I
Max,
don't see how you wouldn't go
congratulations once
McKenna.
again. The
Like, they
Toronto
love
Maple
going
Leafs
their
have picked
Canadian-born
first overall
players, so-
twice in
I mean, then
history.
you'll have
1985
Nyes,
with Wendell
McKenna,
Carter,
Matthews. Like
2016 with Austin
that's a great
Matthews.
first line, and then
As you
JT
didn't even
Nylander,
Yeah.
someone else.
Nylander's a 100-point guy.
Toronto needs it though. Like they have been in such a dump, such a dump.
Well,
And that John Chaika guy is a bop.
There's still a chance for all these teams to move up.
Unreal, Toronto. Good for them. That's
Yeah.
sick. I'm happy
If they
it's not
don't-
Chicago.
If they don't win the cup now, they never will.
Yeah, I mean they're probably never gonna win. Let's be honest.
You like Dr. Pepper?
Blues number 2, please. That's all you can hope for at this point in time.
And I have a good luck kitty on my shoulder right now.
I don't have one. You want to ship one of them over to me real quick, Nelly?
It'd probably
Oh.
die by the time it gets to your front door.
Daniel's tea party is drifting through the sky. This is wonderful news.
I check my eBay bid
He's
right now.
sleeping well and dreaming, thanks to his Inspire implant, a proven sleep apnea treatment when CPAP doesn't work. Learn more and view safety.
But guys, make
info
sure,
at Inspire
also,
Sleep.
should have mentioned this. Make sure you guys are staying tuned to the end of the stream. After this, we'll be doing a mock draft of where we see players going with the official draft list. So Toronto jumps up to 1.
Oh, free bank shirt?
Just unreal, man. Absolutely unreal.
Do you have this in extra small?
Nah.
Oversized is in. Totally.
It feels good to find the right fit. It feels
good to Geico.
Zaxby's giant chicken finger wraps are no snack. Packed with 3 famous fingers, cheddar jack
Man, I
cheese,
don't-
smoked bacon, and ranch. And this little snack is
That is unreal, man.
That is unreal. That's actually
Giant wraps. Who's got the sauce?
that's crazy. Good for Toronto, man. Good for Matthews. I love Austin Matthews. I love William Nylander. They get a bunch of hate because they're in Toronto, but like that's actually such a fun team. Like good players. They're fun. I like them.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
Welcome back to the draft lottery.
Boo! Let's go Wild. Let's
Yeah, we
go
want the Wild to
Wild.
win. As I mentioned while you're on the phone there for a minute.
Nathan McKinnon.
We do want to see the Wild win. That way,
Brett Burns back back.
Blues get a higher pick in the draft.
I mean, they're our rivals, but like Minnesota has just been like,
So mid.
yeah, it sucks. And like I
Well,
just
for
I like
them.
those stories. I like those teams that like just figure it out and they go on a run. And
First defenseman in over 90 years.
I
led all
think it's
rookies in goals
awesome.
With 23 and set the standard for 18-year-old defenseman with his 23.
Yeah, that is just
and
unreal.
55 points. He did this while playing over 24 and a half minutes in all 82 games.
Good for
with the New
Toronto.
York
Good for
Islanders.
Toronto.
And how about Beckett Seneca? Even he was surprised when Pat Verbeek selected him 3rd overall in the 2024 draft. He tied for the rookie lead with 23 goals, wound up with 60 points in 82 games for the Anaheim Ducks, getting them into the playoffs.
So they jumped up 4 total
2018.
spots.
Yeah, 3 electric
What's good for
players
them is that
this
they
year.
also
There's
made
no
that a
overall, so this
protected
second
top
draft
5
is
pick.
very
So good for
important.
them.
You can move up and get talent like that. So now
That's
this
actually
draft will
so
start now.
unreal.
The 4
All right,
combinations
here we go. This is for the
assigned to
second
Toronto will be designed
overall
as
pick.
redraws. Mr. Commissioner, let's start the second drawing for the second overall pick.
Alex, please release the 4 balls drawn in the first drawing.
all right,
into the machine.
unreal. So
Let's see it. Come
And
on.
please start the machine.
I need to see Blues
So again, the same
100%
process
chance.
as the first drawing. This is for the second overall pick. Still a chance for those teams at the bottom to move up.
Come on.
Thomas, please start the clock.
Again, 15 seconds. So again, you see the red line. All those teams above it can get
Come
to
on.
number 2.
Good luck, Kitty, on my shoulder.
Again, the teams below it can still move up big time.
Draw.
Draw
11.
11.
Number 11.
I think we're cooked.
Ball 1 is an 11. That
Okay, we're still alive,
Washington
but
out.
Dead. We're
They
dead.
will not be moving up in this year's draft lottery.
Thomas.
poor
please
Vancouver.
start the
They had
clock.
to witness so horrible
Ball
hockey.
for Vancouver, a good
And then-
ball for Chicago.
Let's see what happens. Nashville's at a
Two
1.8.
will follow Toronto with the second overall pick.
Come on.
Draw.
4.
Number 4.
Number 4, Bobby Orr. So it's
Okay,
11 and
1.5.
12. That knocks out
We're cooked.
St. Louis's pick from Detroit. It knocks out the Florida Panthers.
Dude, poor
as well.
Florida, too.
Good weekend
Oh, screw them. They
for
just
the
won 2
owner at the
cups.
Derby, but not at the draft lottery.
I meant as far as the lottery,
And look
but
at
yeah,
Vancouver,
that's
up
very
to
fair.
21.2%.
Thomas, start the clock.
You ever
Please
see a
just don't beat
comeback?
Chicago.
You ever see a comeback?
Hey, the Blues were the only team to do it.
Chicago in a good position,
So,
19.7.
well, not the only, but one of the only.
Again, Toronto,
Last
if they win this thing
to
again,
first.
will
They were
have
literally
to
last
redraw.
right here, tied with the Islanders.
Draw.
I don't even know what number we need. Karthik, I just saw your
Number
comment.
dead.
3.
It's over.
Ball 3 is number 3. 11
Oh, yeah.
for 3. Now, where do we stand? Great ball for Toronto.
Toronto.
San Jose. Mike Greer is up to 18%.
Does Toronto get a chance at winning number 2?
So
I
again,
don't know.
6 teams remain for a chance at the second overall pick
What?
in this summer's draft in Buffalo, New York. Again, Toronto number 1.
What?
Remaining balls
So
that the
how does that
team
even
needs to
work?
pick second. Vancouver 5 and 8, Chicago 6, New York 1 and 13. There's Toronto's 3 in case of a redraw. Seattle at 14 and San Jose 7 or 9. They get another top 2 pick.
Thomas, please start the clock.
San
What
Jose
in the
went
world? Just
Celebrini
do
and
not be
Misa
number 6.
last year at number 2, and Mike Greer has a chance to get up there again if he gets a 7 or a 9. 2, 10, or 12, we have a redraw. We do not. And it's the San Jose Sharks.
Wow.
Greer has done it again. The Sharks are going to pick second
Wow.
Delayed stream.
at the June draft.
Look at my
Oh
He doesn't give a
my
fuck.
Good night for you.
Wow.
And look at the watch party.
Dude, good.
And now, to make it
Oh,
official,
man.
Pam Kelleher and Bill Daly. Do the numbers all add up?
The numbers all add up. San Jose Sharks won the second draw of the 2026 draft lottery, and as a result, will own the second overall selection in the
You
2026
freaking bum. Go away.
with Vancouver.
Or Vancouver.
Okay, yeah.
Position number 3.
I think that also makes
So yes, Vancouver hoping to
Chicago
pick
number
first
4
pick,
automatically
fall
as
to
well.
3. There's still excellent players at number 3.
Wait, no, it
But it's
doesn't.
Toronto who goes to 1, and Sam, we're talking to Mike Greer every
Poor
year. it seems, at this
Vancouver,
thing.
bro.
It
That's
sure
like
does.
worst
Well,
case
Mike,
scenario.
congratulations. You've had 6 first-round picks in each of the last 3 years. You have another 2 this year. Really, the cupboards are getting full. When you look at this,
This is
pick,
very true.
What are you thinking
Yeah.
about? in
Very
terms
true.
of
I marked to the
you've got
Sharks.
wingers, You've got defense. You've got centers.
I
You have a
don't
little
know.
bit
Do
of
you think?
everything to select from? What are you thinking about with the San Jose?
Or if they go
Sharks in your
D?
scout?
They could. That also could be a position where they say, you know what, we don't really want a prospect, we want talent, and they fall back in the draft.
There's centers, there's D, there's wingers.
Do it right now.
To have the opportunity to add another very talented player to our young core.
That is insane, though, man.
Because you have had so many first-round picks, because of the direction that your club is in right now, can you lean a little bit more towards positional need as opposed to looking at best player? Or
They
is
should
that
go
still the theory
defense,
here?
though. 100%.
I think for the most part, we're probably going to look at best player. You know,
Okay.
it's still a long road for these kids, long runway, a little different than the NFL draft where they're plug and play. These kids, there's some runway for them. So, we'll probably look at best player available.
Mike,
That's very
congratulations once again. You'll be
Unreal.
picking second overall in the 2026 draft. Bucci?
Wow, it's going to be.
Here's a good comment from Logan Kelsey. I could see some teams going for a trade for these top picks. Absolutely. I think that the Blues could be very.
At number 16, the Washington Capitals.
Okay, wait.
At number 15.
So this
St.
is the
Louis
official
Blues.
list.
Yeah.
At number 14, the Columbus Blue Jackets. The New York Islanders own the 13th overall selection. The New Jersey Devils own the 12th overall selection. The St. Louis Blues, their second first-round pick, will also pick number 11.
2 picks in the top 15, first time ever for them.
The Nashville Predators will pick number 10. The Florida Panthers will pick number 9.
Been a while since they had a top 10 pick. Owen Tippett.
The Winnipeg Jets will come in at selection 8. The Seattle Kraken own selection number 7. Calgary Flames own position number 6. The New York Rangers will be drafting at number 5. Chicago Blackhawks will be drafting at number 4. The Vancouver Canucks will be drafting at number 3. The San Jose Sharks, as we know, will be picking second. And the Toronto Maple Leafs have the first overall selection in the NHL draft.
Last time Vancouver had a top 3 pick were the Sedin twins in 1999. They were hoping to bring Vancouver some good luck tonight with that first pick. But in the end, it is Toronto. So tonight was determined the order for this, the 2026 Upper Deck NHL Draft, live from KeyBank Center in Buffalo. Round 1 in Buffalo, Friday night, June 26th in prime time. The first round on ESPN, Sportsnet, and TVA. And then rounds 2 through 7, all day Saturday, 10 a.m. on NHL Network and Sportsnet. Well, I think it was another successful night.
Very successful night. Thank you.
You bet. Bringing the draft lottery live. Such drama, such tension, and now the Toronto Maple Leafs are on the clock. Can you believe it?
Welcome to the
Unreal.
Point. To the point. To the point.
Well, we'll go ahead and
Wow.
take that off of there. Here's a good, and also another comment. I don't know if the Sharks really need any more forwards, to be honest. And that also kind of plays into the point where I was saying, they could look to fall back. I know me and Nico have kind of talked about it a lot when it comes to the San Jose Sharks prospect pool, where they need defensive help. You just drafted Sam Dickinson recently, so there's that. But besides that, you really don't have anyone.
I mean, San Jose could go Chase Reed, Verhoff.
Easily. Corrales is another one.
Smits. There's this draft luckily is D heavy, so at least they do get their position. So at least if I think they do draft defense, and then leave Stenberg with Vancouver at least.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe Toronto just won it, and San Jose. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. Good for them. Wow.
Bad for the Blues.
Yeah, it should have been us. Nah,
Think about it like this. I mean, they were the fifth. They had the fifth best odds of getting the first overall pick. The Blues could have been there easily. And I'm not saying that. If you talk to Logan's one of my buddies, another buddy of mine, Asher, you could ask them. I was rooting for the Blues to lose, and I think we kind of all were. We wanted this team to get a higher draft pick because I think we all knew that the playoff odds were a little too far-fetched. And that really could have been St. Louis Blues. But nonetheless, Blues still have 2 top 15 picks in the NHL draft. First time in franchise history. And this is a good one to have it in, one with a deep prospect pool.
I got no words.
You got no words?
All right, guys. Good night. I'm done. I'm mad. I'm a third temper tantrum. I'm gonna go get Cold Stone Creamery ice cream
And cry.
and cry myself to sleep because the Blues did not hit on their 3% chance in the draft lottery.
That sucks.
Man, that's crazy though. That's insane.
Well, for those who do need to see it, here is the updated draft lottery. So Maple Leafs jumped up 4 spots. San Jose actually jumped up more than 5. It would have been here. Let me update that. They jumped up, I believe it was 7 spots because they were predicted to go 9. So they jumped up 7 spots. And then I'll get the rest of them pulled up. There we go.
I mean, it's hard to see a team do so bad all year. Then they just play good enough to get a bad pick. Oh, yeah, that's this team, though. I mean, I feel like we're kind of used to that. Even the year where we sold O'Reilly and Tarasenko, that was a butt year. And then they go on a small little... They kind of lock in a little bit towards the end there. And we go from bottom 5, where we're looking at, a Reinbacher, or I forget that draft year.
That was... Yeah. I think that was either that year or the year prior.
It was. We were looking up there, and then we dropped down the pick Dalibor Dvorsky, who is probably going to be a future terrorist.
Let's not say that just yet. He just turned 20 years old.
No, I'm just
turned 20.
I'm just playing. He just got to get a little bit faster. That's all. He's just got to add more speed. He's a good overall player, though. He's good.
Absolutely.
I like him. He better not go down the Tyler Tucker train, though. I might cry.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Well, with that being said, I know we kind of teased it in the beginning of the live stream. Do you want to go ahead and jump into the mock draft now that we have each player or each team rather in their actual position?
Yeah, do I go first?
Yeah, you get first overall pick. Toronto
right.
Maple Leafs, you're on the clock.
I am John Rigchaika. However the hell you say his name. I'm all too familiar with him via the Coyotes. But here's the deal. Me, John, general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs, would like to select left wing from Penn State, Gavin McKenna.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, especially that team. They need a skilled playmaker like that again. They're so missing Mitch Marner. They're so missing Mitch, and look what happened when they lost Mitch. They turned into a dumpster fire. So they kind of get a Mitch Marner back here. They get some skill back, and that's good for them. They need it. So good for Toronto. I'm happy for him.
Absolutely. So I guess it's me now, going to the second overall pick with the San Jose Sharks. This is an interesting one because this is one where they could really bolster their forward core for the future, really kind of get an idea of what their top six looks like. They still have Michael Misa, who is yet to really prove himself as a full-time NHLer. I don't think he should be kicked off of the roster if that's what people are thinking when I say that. But with that being said, the second overall pick in the 2026 NHL draft, the San Jose Sharks will select Ivar Stenberg.
He's going safe. He's going safe.
With the words of what we just heard with Mike Greer, general manager of the San Jose Sharks, you got to go best player available. Granted, do they see the defenseman Chase Reed, the defenseman Carson Karels, or defenseman Keaton Verhoff best player available? I don't know. I'm not the San Jose Sharks. I couldn't answer that for you. But for the consensus next best player, that's Ivar Stenberg. That's who I'm going with second overall.
All right. Now it's me with Vancouver. Vancouver's an interesting one. Just because I feel like they need a lot. You have Elias Pettersson locked up for a little bit. We're getting to the tiers where some of these guys aren't going to make the transition to the NHL right away. I mean, you have Chase Reed committed to play at Michigan State, and then you have Kayla Malhorta, who's committed to play at BU. I mean, you have Keaton Verhoff, who's a young one, if you want to go young defenseman there. I feel like Vancouver has a lot of holes they need to fill, and trading away Quinn Hughes was good, and they brought in a lot: Marco Rossi, Liam Ogren, Zeev Buyam, and I feel like they might go in the direction of defensemen here and just bolster kind of like that blue line prospect pool. I just feel like as for forwards, they might be okay within the next couple of years. With Marco Rossi developing as a second line center behind Pettersson, hopefully Liam Ogren in that middle six right there for him too. So, and I bet you that there's going to be teams or there's going to be players that sign over in Vancouver. So I personally would like to go Chase Reed from the Sioux, who's committed to Michigan State, to Vancouver.
Yeah, very good pick there. And as you mentioned, like Vancouver needs an absolute ton. They could go forward and Caleb Malhotra, but the reality is that if they wanted to waste let me rephrase. It's not a waste of a pick if you were to take Caleb Malhotra at number 3 overall. But if you want to use a high pick like that, I would wait until you can get a potentially better forward and maybe get even first overall in the next coming drafts. So yeah, definitely understand that pick there with Chase Reed. Now with the Chicago Blackhawks, I think they also go in the realm of defensemen. It's a toss-up between a couple of them, between Keaton Verhoff and Carson Karels, and I think that they go I think that they go with someone that will eventually give them minutes in the NHL here soon, just because they're a young and upcoming team. Connor Bedard, they don't want to waste his prime, as well as other guys like Frank Nazar and etc. But with that being said, I have them taking Keaton Verhoff with number 4 overall.
Chicago, you go defenseman, huh?
Yeah, it's an interesting scenario for Chicago. They could easily go forward in that situation, but I think that the caliber of forwards aren't as good as the caliber of defensemen at that stage in the draft.
Oh, I respect that. Yeah, I mean, I guess I get the Rangers. My buddy's texting right now. Jacob Keith, good friend of mine. He's a big Rangers fan. He just said,
Shout out,
"I'm gonna
Jacob.
kill myself." Excuse my language. Fuck the Leafs. Fuck San Jose. And I was talking about enjoy Malhotra because I'm just gonna go. Malhotra's the Rangers. It's gonna be my 5th overall pick. And he said, no way he falls. Top 4 will be some combination of McKenna, Stenberg, Reed, and Malhotra, which is respectable. And I do
Absolutely.
think if there's a team that does do it, it's going to be Vancouver at 3. I just feel like Reed is going to be one of those guys that's I don't know. If you go best player, I feel like he's next. But Malhotra, I could also see going the 3 of Vancouver. So I guess in this mock draft that we have, I got the Rangers getting Malhotra. He's upset for dropping 2 spots. Supposed to be top 3, and now the Rangers are going to make some boneheaded decision and get Tynan Lawrence.
Oh man, that's funny. Okay, so I guess, just to touch a little bit on what you were saying, Malhotra's such a good player offensively. It's just a matter of if his speed can keep up with the NHL level. Such a talented player on both sides of the puck, and definitely someone who has rose a ton as the season has gone on. Someone who was projected like in the teens, now is projected in the top 10. So good for him, and definitely a good pick there for the Rangers as they're kind of in this weird retooling phase, similar to what the Blues were in back in 2023. But next we got the Calgary Flames, who are an interesting one. They could use a little bit of everything. They have Zane Parekh. They have some other players in their forward core that that they like to stick with. But I think for me, I have them going with Carson Karels, a left-handed defenseman, someone that you can pair with Zane Parekh in the future. So yeah,
Like that. We're really just going on. I feel like we're just going off of honestly overall prospect ranking at this point. Like I feel like we're.
Well, it's also based off of like team needs and stuff too.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just based off like what my personal kind of like rank is so far. Like it's really hit 1 through 6, which is great. Hey, that's good for these guys. Yeah, I guess next up I got Seattle. Seattle's a tough one. Just because they're kind of right there. I don't see them keeping this pick. They might again at 7 trade for Jordan Kyrou. Maybe.
That would be sick.
How funny would that be?
That would be perfect if you're the Blues.
But Seattle is just going to be right there. They're in the running. I mean, they were hanging around the wild card spot for a little bit, and they kind of just dropped off. Personally, I think that they need a better goaltending tandem. I don't think Grubauer is really that good. I think goaltending they do have to improve on. Maybe they get the 7th overall pick to the St. Louis Blues for Jordan Bennington. Who knows? But
do you think that's his value though? Is
no,
7th overall?
Not.
I was gonna say
Absolutely
didn't think it was that high.
Not even close. Not even close. But Seattle, I feel like you're gonna hold on to this pick, and I think you're just gonna pick next player available, and my next best player available is Albert Smits. A left-handed defenseman. Or is he playing Liga right now, right?
Yeah. I actually think, yeah.
That's the thing. It's just like Seattle, I I feel like are just trying to get over that hump. And they have a good NHL roster. It's not terrible. It really isn't terrible, and they kind of have to figure it out unless they start selling. But yeah, Matty Beniers on there. You have Shane Wright on there. We got a comment saying Kyrou for Kraken 7th overall pick and Shane Wright. No way they give up that much for Jordan Kyrou, but I think you just pick next best player. So in my eyes, I think it's Albert Smits.
Absolutely. You need someone to pair with. Do they have Sam Dickinson, or is that San Jose?
San Jose.
Yes. Okay. Gosh, I thought they had a defenseman, prospect that's actually pretty solid. They picked Jake O'Brien in last year's draft, and then Berkeley Catton in the previous draft.
Who played a lot of NHL time.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of young forwards. A lot of young.
They
forwards,
do.
So I mean, I could see them going D. I feel like they need to kind of bolster that back end a little bit. So.
Yeah, they definitely do. The defenseman I was thinking of was Blake Fiddler, who was picked 36th overall in last year's draft, so just barely outside of the top or outside of the first round. So definitely a good idea for them to go defense there if they wanted to. As you mentioned, them possibly being interested in trading 7th overall for a Kyrou, I think could definitely interest the St. Louis Blues, considering his value is pretty much at an all-time low right now. But yeah, good pick there for Seattle.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay, we got the Winnipeg Jets. They're an interesting team. They really shouldn't be where they are right now.
They should.
I think they're a contending team and someone who could also look to trade that pick for more talent, as well as capitalizing on the potential trading of Cole Perfetti. I know there has been a lot of rumors in the whole Cole Perfetti world, them trading him because he's an upcoming RFA and they don't know if he fits inside of their plans, yada, 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 whatever. But for them, I don't really know. Like, I think
I think I know, but you're not going to like my answer.
Yeah, and I'm thinking along those same lines because
Are you?
Realistically, like, their center depth is kind of like mid, and Brad Lambert hasn't really lived up to the hype.
Yeah.
So I hate to say, I really hate it because I'm such a big fan of this guy. But I think Winnipeg with the 8th overall pick goes with Swedish center Viggo Bjork.
Yeah.
Viggo.
I think that's I think that's an obvious one. If it goes that way, I mean Bjork is good. He's good, and playing in the AHL, playing overseas, I feel like those players kind of have a little bit more of better IQ and kind of how the game works, and maybe the Jets can take that and kind of transform into something NHL caliber at one point, maybe a little sooner rather than later. So Bjork's got a good shot on him. Ben, that's your favorite player in this draft. Sorry, Ben. Next up, I guess we got Florida. Florida's an interesting one only because they are back-to-back Stanley Cups and they lost Barkov and Matthew Tkachuk for a year, Matthew Tkachuk for half the season. It is a Stanley Cup caliber team. They did lock up Brad Marchand for a little bit. I mean, they locked up Sam Bennett for a good while. This is going to be a little bit interesting. I'm going to go with Ethan Belchets here to Florida. I'm thinking they kind of want to keep that playoff hockey mentality and use size and just dominance. It's just to continue their little dynasty they got going on. And Belchets here is a 6'5", 227-pound left winger. He's a big boy in the OHL, putting up 59 points in 57 games played in the O. So I just think they want to stay bullies, and I think Belchets can continue to have them be bullies in the future. So that's where I'm going.
Yeah, really good pick there. Next up, we have the Nashville Predators. An interesting one because realistically, whenever we first had our mock draft, I had Viggo Bjork going to Nashville, which I felt like made a lot of sense considering they have quite a few Swedish players, such as Forsberg. And is Yossi Swedish or is he Finnish? Okay, so, but yeah. But with that being said, It's an interesting spot that they're in. Another team that feels like they really shouldn't be in the top 10 discussion when it comes to the draft. Prospect wise, they have quite a few prospects that I like. One of them being their young defenseman, and I think he was like a late first rounder a little bit ago. Now in the AHL, Molendyke, Tanner Molendyke. Really, honestly, a pretty good season for his first season in the AHL. I don't really know where to go with them, just because I feel like they're in a weird situation. Like, you have Stamkos, you have Marchessault, O'Reilly, a couple of veterans, and then the rest of them are just kind of like young guys, besides Forsberg too. Defensively, you kind of just have a bunch of fillers in that situation, so I could definitely see them go defense there too, which is where I'm going to go. Malt Gustafsson, Swedish defenseman that play in the U20 National. Has some pretty good size to him already. He's 6'4" at the age of 17, 190 or 201. Sorry, he's 6'4", 201. Pretty big defenseman for the age of 17, and another Swedish
funny.
defenseman nonetheless.
I was not expecting you to pull one out of the bag, because now I get the St. Louis Blues at pick number 11. And I feel like this is, I think there's a lot to go over. I think defensively they have it. If they don't trade for Brady Tkachuk, like for Colin Ralph, Kyrou, and whatever. So defensively, I think they're pretty cleared. You have Broberg, Juracek. Honestly, you could have Parayko. He could be your veteran top 4 guy. In 5 years maybe.
Mayu.
You have Logan Mayu too. I feel like our defensively for the future, we're kind of panning out well. I was interested because our buddy here just said it, Daxton Rudolph. I really am. Like, I think Daxton Rudolph would be the next best player for me to pick, but just considering how weak our center depth is, we had this discussion in our mock draft that got butchered due to my mic. I feel like you got to go Tynan Lawrence. Like we were saying kind of before the actual lottery happened. I mean, he's got plenty of tools. It just really couldn't be pieced entirely together. The Blues, luckily, could be very patient. And this kind of gives a backup option to the second-line center position if Dalibor Dvorsky doesn't work out, which personally I don't think he's going to work out as a second line. Maybe Tynan Lawrence could kind of take over and be a second-line center, but one of the two can. One of the two can, for sure. So Blues bolster up their center depth there for the future. And hopefully it works out with a Thomas, Dvorsky, Tynan Lawrence, and then sign Oscar Sundqvist to an 8-year, $1 million per year extension.
Pull out a Trent Frederick type extension for Oscar Sundqvist.
Yeah,
8 years, $4 million a year, or 3.75 a year for him.
That guy. Yeah, that guy's a bomb, unfortunately. St. Louis bomb. But Ben, up to you. New Jersey Devils. Who do you got?
New Jersey Devils are another interesting one where it's like it's kind of a similar situation to the Predators, where I feel like they're a team that shouldn't be in the situation where they shouldn't be picking number 12. Looking at like some of their prospects, we go ahead and pull it up here. I don't really know, man. It's really hard to say. Like, Daxton Rudolph is still available. You still have a guy like Xavier Villeneuve available.
Adam Novotny, Oscar Henry, Ryan
Wyatt
Lynn.
Cullen.
Like, there's a lot.
Yeah, Liam Ruck, Elton Hermanson. There's a lot of talented players that are in this draft, which is a good thing if you're the St. Louis Blues, let alone any team in this draft. But if I'm the New Jersey Devils, it's tough. You still have Dougie Hamilton, still have Siegenthaler, Hughes, and Pesce, and Nemec. I don't know what they're going to do with Nemec. Their forward core is honestly
They also
not bad.
got that really 10th overall, the Dvorsky draft. Oh wait, no, the Juracek draft, that really tall defenseman. So they've been bolstering defensive prospects. I forget his name. Do you remember his name? I forget.
Anton Salayev.
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like they could go defenseman here for sure. And maybe if they traded a Simone Nemec, they could definitely get a forward player back. But with that being said, I don't think Daxton Rudolph falls past New Jersey here. I think they definitely capitalize on the talent there with him. I think Daxton Rudolph goes to the Devils.
Yeah, well, I respect that. I would personally would say the same thing. I think at least for New Jersey, I'm between Novotny and Rudolph here. And for the Islanders, a team that I feel like that's lacked goal scoring, this is where I do go Adam Novotny. Left a winger from Peterborough, 6'1", 205 pounds. He had 34 goals in 58 games, 65 points in the 58 games in the OHL. So Novotny, he's a goal scorer. I mean, he can find the back of the net. He's a lot like Ethan Bellich. Both, I think, had the most goals this draft year in their respective leagues. So it's just like you think of the New York Islanders, you think of really boring, slow, low-scoring games. I think they kind of need to go in the direction of changing that. Obviously, Matthew Schaefer helped a lot with that, and they had a couple of young guys kind of step up. I mean, Barzal and Horvat they're not young, but those are players on the roster right now that are potting. So Novotny, I feel like a winger for one of those two centers will be really good for them. So give me the goal scorer and Adam Novotny to the New York Islanders, and then Ben, you get you want me to do Columbus?
Or no, I'll do Columbus, and then we'll just switch the Caps and Blues pick.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But before I do Columbus, I did have this question because you made this point whenever we did the original episode of the podcast. Do you not have the Islanders taking a defenseman here to pair with Schaefer for the future?
Oh, you know what? We were talking about that, and you're so right. If that's the case, you're so right. We did talk about that. You little shit. You little stinky boy. You little stinky. I mean, God, you're so right. Actually, I feel like I still feel like I'd go Novotny. I don't know. That's a great point because if you do want to pair anybody with Matthew Schaefer for the future, it's Ryan Lynn. But then you also have what's his name, Hayden Aitchison,
Kayshawn
right?
Aitchison.
Kayshawn Aitchison. So I mean, they have some power on the D. Oh, but I mean, they could pick up another. That's a great point. I'm gonna stick with Novotny, but that's a good point to bring up. Yeah, that's a really good point to bring up because Ryan Lynn is right there.
It's a very tough situation because, like, by no means is this like even close to what could actually happen. Like, I feel like the top 6 is pretty fair or reasonable to what could happen. But I also feel like, after that, it's like, okay, we have some good prospects, but where do they go? And this is also not taking into consideration teams trading up for a pick or any of that. So, but yeah, I do respect the Adam Novotny to the Islanders. If it wasn't there, I was going to pick him for Columbus. But heading over to Columbus, they're in an interesting position. They just drafted Caden Lindstrom. I don't really know exactly how he's doing. Let me go and see. 10 points in 31 games for Lindstrom, not the greatest. I still don't think that they go with the forward. I mean, maybe. I like their forward core right now. Got a lot of fast guys. Got a lot of guys that are willing to just go in and play hard. You got Cole Sillinger. Still have Adam Fantilli. Still have Lundstrom, who's a solid right winger for you. You still have, oh my gosh, Johnson. Still have Marchenko, who's only 25, which is unbelievable. So you got a lot of guys there. Defensively, Werenski, Provorov, Christensen, Severson, Matejchuk, and Fabro. Seems like a defense that is kind of ready to compete. So I feel like whoever they draft here, they can kind of just draft for the future, not necessarily draft for need. And I think that they go with a forward here in this situation. And I think that they go with something like a Maddox Deganay. Someone who can play the center spot, someone who is just good on both sides of the puck, good passer, can score goals. good size to him as well. 6'4", 196. Solid player, and with that kind of size, he could definitely slide himself into a winger role as well if it doesn't work out at the center position.
All right.
So does that mean I go back to back here?
Yeah, you'll take St. Louis.
Okay, since the Blues have 2 picks, Nico doesn't want to be mean and steal both of them, so I'll take one of them. Thank you for that. But that being said, I think this is a no-brainer if you're the Blues in this situation. I think you take Xander Villeneuve, who is such a good defenseman. Very good tools defensively as well as offensively too, something that the Blues could use, especially with Logan Mailloux becoming not a defensive defenseman, but like starting to learn the defensive role a little bit better. Philip Broberg isn't all that as far as offensively goes. I mean, he definitely could become like a 40 or 50 point guy. I don't think that's out of the question because he's probably one of the better playmaking defensemen in all the NHL, in my opinion. It's either that or you see them go with like a forward, maybe like a Liam Ruck or something like that. But because of how far down Villeneuve has fallen, it's either that or you go with one of the Swedish forwards. I mean, I don't even know. Another guy I would like for the Blues is the guy who I drafted for the Predators, Gustafsson, tall Swedish defenseman.
I like what our buddy's saying in chat. I like Nikita Klepov.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
he
just
could pot some goals, or you could, if you want to take same with him saying Liam Ruck. I think Liam Ruck will be fun, and you potentially have a chance if you want to be kind of goofy with Colorado's pick up Marcus Ruck. Draft both brothers. I mean, it's this pick is open for.
Don't
St.
peer
Louis.
pressure me into picking someone. No, I'm kidding.
You just
I'm
pick
kidding,
someone,
I'm
you piece of shit.
Liam Ruck, final answer. I know I had him. I think in the previous draft going to. Who did I have him going to? I had Liam Ruck going to New Jersey and Marcus Ruck going to Columbus. But yeah, like I said, I think Liam Ruck is a good pick for St. Louis. We'll pick him at number 15. Got the Capitals next.
Okay, Capitals. Who'd you end up picking? You said Liam Ruck?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean at that point, I'm gonna go with. I don't want to hold it up. I feel like they're God. Who's still on our list?
Still have Oliver Savanto, who is honestly a dog of an not NHLer, but soon to be NHLer. That's something I could see the Blues going with for sure.
I feel like here I'd go. I don't know. It's the last pick. It's at this point. It's just like you pick and choose. I mean, there's Oscar Hemming. Did anyone pick Ryan Lynn?
No.
Okay, Ryan Lynn.
There you go.
You got to go next best player available, and I'm just surprised that we didn't say Ryan Lynn at all.
Dude, there's just so many good ones. It feels like
I was gonna go Nikita Klepov, but
I don't know too much about him, so I can't really, make an assumption of
OHL.
Yeah,
34 goals, 97 points, 67 games.
I mean, I looked at that, but it's like I don't know. I kind of like would want to watch him a little bit more before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, see ya, Klepov, you bum. You're gonna go to the who got knocked out first. You're going to Ottawa. Nope, they don't have their first round pick. Pittsburgh, bud.
Either Pittsburgh, Utah. Actually,
it would be
It'd
LA.
probably be Utah or LA. Yeah, no, it would be LA.
Yeah, it's LA. It goes LA, then Washington again. Ooh.
Then it does go Washington.
Yeah, because of the John Carlson trade of the Ducks.
That is very true.
Well, that's what it says right now.
Well, no, the Ducks are still. The Ducks are still playing.
I'm just going off of what Tankathon has right now because I had that when I was simming a shit ton. So it says Washington, then it says Utah, Then it says Edmonton. Then it says
go Utah, then
Philadelphia.
Edmonton.
And it says Pittsburgh. I think he's just going based off of standings right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. So
So it should go after the Washington Capitals at 16. It should go LA, Utah, and then
Edmonton,
Edmonton,
aka San Jose.
and then yeah, because that's the where did they get that pick from again? Is that Wallman?
Oh, it might. Yeah, it probably is Jake Wallman.
And then it would go Pitt.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
And then Tampa, or I don't even.
Yeah, it would be Tampa Bay after that. I don't know how that works out at the end. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, and then Boston too. So no, it would be LA, Anaheim, or no, LA, Utah, Edmonton, Pittsburgh, Boston, Tampa.
Yeah, fuck Tampa. And then for the final pick, besides Ottawa, it's going to be the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh, because they're gonna win. I see
And
what you did.
Colorado's going to get bounced.
Dude, I hope.
And we're gonna have 3 top 25 picks.
Could make it top 20 if. Well, no, top 25 would be insane. I don't think I've. Has that ever happened before? Where a team has had 3 top 25? It's had to.
Boston. They had like 13, 14, 15. They picked Bum and DeBrusque.
Let's see. The Blackhawks, when they picked Nazar, Korchinski, and Renzel. The Blue Jackets in 21 had 5, 12, and 21. The Senators had 3, 5, and 28.
Wow.
Good for them. Good for them. Well, as we approach the ending point of this live stream, just to cover a little bit of what we did, we talked about the Holloway extension, talked about Jiricek, talked about Brady Tkachuk coming over to St. Louis, then did watch the draft lotteries. The Blues ended up sticking with 11 and 15, and then did our mock draft here. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we close things out?
No, I thought that was fun. How many viewers did we end up getting this live stream?
I think we peaked around like 7.
Cool. 7
Cool.
people.
I know.
And we had a couple. Thanks, Logan. Thanks, Karthik.
Yeah, and then your buddy,
Oh,
Matt.
and Matty Ice. He probably just showed up to watch the draft, and he's probably watching playoff hockey right now. Oh, he commented. He said, "OMG, no way, Kim Jong Bettman." Yeah, yeah, that's our boy. I don't think he's hiding in here right now, but yeah, that was fun. That was really cool. I just it's fun to get on there, and I'm probably gonna turn on that wild game right now and hang out.
Absolutely.
And play with some of these cats that are still
On the shoulder.
He's been sleeping this entire time.
Really?
Come on, Boo. Are you dead?
Hopefully not.
See?
But no final words, thoughts. Forever hold your
No.
peace.
I'm holding my peace.
Sounds good. Well, we appreciate you guys joining in on this live episode of the STL Empire podcast. For those who are still in here, please go check out our Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts on. The link is in our bio on our Instagram. Also, make sure to go follow our Instagram at STL Empire, approaching 1,200 followers there, as well as make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. More content will be coming here. With that being said, thanks again for watching, and let's go Blues.
Hey, the Blues.